Away we go.
Yes. What is it?
Yeah, one moment.
I'm here. I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can.
Okay, I'm back. So it looks like we're heading back to the dungeon. All of our new equipment.
Yes. I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can.
Okay, so I'm trying to think
Yes. I'll do what I
out
can.
where between where we left off and where we need to pick up, because I know that there are more enemies in that area, but I'm willing to bet that we've mostly cleared out the dungeon by now.
What? Yes.
Sorry, my wife just handed me some nuts, and I don't want to be chewing them too much on the stream, so I'm going to be disconnecting my microphone here about every few moments, so I can eat them without making too much chewing noises. Anyway, looks like I've got the good idea. We'll sneak on forward here.
I'll do what I can.
Ready. Done. Ow! Right.
Yeah, that's definitely what that is. I didn't realize it was making the popping noises, but I think it's also because the mic was just circling around the connection. So I'll just finish these later.
Very well.
There we are. That's the end of this dungeon.
Very well.
At last, the mighty adventurer stands before me. If it is evil that you seek, then you need look no further. I stand here before you. However, I am not the one who plagues Kandahar. For that evil, you must look elsewhere.
Oh, Tony J, how we miss you.
I care not at all whether you believe me. I care even less for the living. Who indeed? Auril, the ice, as you can see, a priestess of Auril. Now that you... I do not wish to spend eternity in a cold, lightless hell. Find this Auralite and slay her. Only then will I know this adventure. How will Kaldahar fare under Auril's cold gaze? Excellent. Be quick about the task, for even now I sense her presence within the veil.
Yes.
Return to me when you have dealt with her. Until then, I have nothing more to say.
Yeah, naturally. If you pressed him, he would just go on about how much more evil she would be than he is. Some of the things about the Forgotten Realms I think people don't generally kind of realize, because with a lot of media with the Forgotten Realms, people tend to see more black and white. Evil is a, big, dark, mustache-twirling villain is trying to do evil upon Faerun, and adventurers in this video game, well, not necessarily this one, have to stop it, but even by Ed Greenwood himself, he tends to admit that the Forgotten Realms is much more morally gray than what it's often depicted as. And I really kind of like that, because it's really... Forgotten Realms is supposed to be much more Game of Thrones than people, I think, generally believe it to be. But then again, Game of Thrones is, of course, marketed to a much older audience than the Forgotten Realms is, so that's a lot of it right there.
What is it you require?
As a dungeon master myself, that tends to be how I run games, although I haven't DM'd a game in ages. Anyway, she's right there.
I'll do what I can.
That's where we will go.
At your service. Yes.
So he runs all the way out there to shoot him in the face.
I'm here.
So one of the things that's going to happen when I go in there is right after I talk to her, she'll of course attack me with a whole team of, I forget, probably Yetis. Possibly some giants. Either way, I should be prepared. At least as much as I can be with only access to second level spells. that is about as much as we can do.
I'll do what I can.
Yes.
We should definitely do web and enchantment. I like how coy she is, but not admitting who she is. But oh, I might not be her. I'm the only person here. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page as to who they're attacking and what they're doing. There they are. Oh, that's more of them than I anticipated. Hey, where'd that web and entanglement spell go? Oh, that's right, I have a jester. Fantastic. That is exactly why I have a jester in the party. Oh, this is being... Yeah, they just kind of slide right in, just like exiting from the left and right stages.
Prepare to be destroyed. That.
Oh, hey, look, all of your minions are dead.
Very well.
This is my first time using a jester in any of these Infinity Engine games. I have to say, she's great. I anticipate though that eventually it'll stop working, just because if I remember correctly, it gives a +2 to the save, which is pretty bad when it starts getting at higher levels. That's okay. She's otherwise a fairly regular bard otherwise. And I suppose by then I'll be throwing around greater Malisons and whatnot.
I'll do what I can.
Pretty sure I got these already, but I might as well look again. Yep, everything important's been taken.
What?
Vita mortis caria.
What is it? Very well. Yes.
Okay, so I believe with her defeat, that should be pretty much the end of this whole area, and we can start moving on to the next.
Yes. I'll do
Aside from
what I
looting the
can.
guy's tomb, because he knows we're adventurers, and that's exactly what we're going to want. Doesn't matter how good aligned or evil an adventuring team
I'll
is,
do what I can.
they always loot.
CEO, the DG, Peto. Very well.
I'm here. I'll do what I can.
You have returned. Yes, I no longer sense her presence. You have done well, and I thank you. As a reward, you may take what you find in my sarcophagus. Yes, so I did. The truth of the matter is that I do not know who is responsible. I can only assure you that it is not I, nor is it anyone in this veil. Were it to be otherwise, I would sense it. Promised? I made you no promise, adventurer. As for your answer, knowing where your enemy is not is as vital as knowing where he is. Think upon that.
Yeah. Let's collect our things from the tomb of Megabyte here and Vamoose. Regular plate mail. I suddenly regret buying him his own plate mail then. Wasted money, I guess. What else we got? Kresselack sword, cold resistance. The other one looks like a +1 sword, I believe.
怎么从两条掉啊？这题上面也不知道多少个。
15% chance target is phased. It's too bad no one's proficient in bastard swords.
屁股塞进去的就塞住，屁股塞不进去，就这腿儿往下塞，不敢塞。你说去哪儿了？明天我得去他家。一只狗，你呢？